Hello, this is Roy Gillis, Centex Sports Network.
This is Jalen Gillis checking in.
So we're getting ready to go in, and Coach Anderson, athletic director of the Connolly Cadets, stopped by to give us a little insight about the game this weekend, and we're getting ready to go to him now. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're
Doing
doing
good, doing
well. We're
good.
doing well. We're doing well. We're gonna get right into it, Coach. First, how's the team doing dealing with all of this uh, COVID-19 stuff? How's everybody doing, and are you guys staying safe?
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. Our coaching staff has done an unbelievable job of number one, making sure our kids are as safe as we can make them. And we reached out to the parents early on and spent a lot of time talking about all the things we were going to do to take care of their kids, and we just appreciate them trusting us with their kids. And we all have kids of our own, and we all have parents and grandparents, and people we're around that we have to watch ourselves too. And so, I think overall, I think we've done a great job. Just super thankful for my staff. I mean, they've worked their tail off to make
Yeah.
sure they're clean and taken care of. And so, like I said, we feel good about where we're at, and we've been lucky so far.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Jalen?
Hey, Coach Jalen Gillis, right here. Tell us about how the feeling is around the locker room and around the school because it's finally game week. I know you guys been working for a long time to be able to get to this point, and it's finally game week. You guys got Sunnyvale this Friday. Tell us about the feeling of what you guys are feeling right now going into this game.
Well, first and foremost, we're excited. The kids are excited. About a month and a half ago, we didn't know if this was going to happen or not. And
Hmm.
Clinton County had us shut down. Daubers were down. Attitudes were not very good. The optimism was not very good, and so we've come a long way in a month and a half, and so it's
Yeah.
exciting for our kids, and that's what it's about. It's not about me, like I told somebody, a month ago. I said I'm 37 years old. I'm gonna coach a lot more football games in this season, but this senior group, this is it for them, and so I promised them we would do everything we could, and we went to bat for them, and luckily it worked out. And it's been a little different. We're still remote learning on as far as the school portion goes, so there won't be a pep rally. There's not that Friday game day vibe on campus. We're not getting to do our reading program we do on Friday with the elementary schools. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, it's about getting ready to go, preparing, having a mindset to get out there on Friday night and execute what we've been working for 3.5 weeks.
It's been a real fast turnaround, Coach. You've had to go from having no program and not knowing what was going to happen to it's go go go. How do you how do you how do you turn these guys around like that? How do you make these kind of adjustments?
Well, like I said, first and foremost, it starts with our coaching staff. I mean, they've sacrificed a lot over this summer. All hands on deck. Usually we can run our summer program with 4 to 6 coaches and be efficient. But because of the protocol and having to split the kids into smaller groups, that all of those things we had to do. I told my coaches, I said, we gotta have everybody here. If everybody's not here, we're not gonna be able to do it. And so, my coaches to make sure they were here with our kids. We ran it in small groups, very, very efficient. Feel really good about how that went. And then we got shut down. And even when we were shut down, we stayed in communication with our kids. Our coaching staff stayed in communication with our kids. And then when we got to go, it was all preparation, a lot of meetings. I mean, we're during camp, we're coming in at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning as a staff.
Wow.
And we have everything ready to go, sanitized, cleaned, and a plan together so that when our kids show up, at 6:30, 6:45 to practice at 7, that we're ready to go and we're able to do that in a safe manner.
Yeah, Coach. You've the few years you've been here at Conley, you guys have been trending upwards just about every year. You came in and really changed the culture around with this program. And then last year, getting an undefeated season for the first time, at least in a while. I'm not sure if that was the first one ever, but I know it's been a while if it's not the first one ever going in with an undefeated season. So tell us about your goals and how you plan to grow the program even more this year. I know you lost some key pieces couple D1 prospects to your offense. So tell us how you're going to be able to keep the ball rolling with this team.
Well, we were fortunate enough to get this opportunity to come in here in 2015. And, Mr. Holt, our superintendent, our school board at the time, hired me to come in here and take over a program that, it wasn't broke, but had some things that needed to be cleaned up
Mm-hmm.
and fixed. And like I said, the culture and the standards and the expectations were the big deal. Not just being okay with being a 500 program and making the playoffs isn't good enough. We needed to take the next step, and it's taken some time and a lot of hard work and blood, sweat, and tears. And I know that's cliche, but that's really what it took. And
Mm-hmm.
from the coaches, and yes, last year we were able to go 10-0 for only the second time in the history of the school. The only other time that's ever happened was in 1990. So 30 years ago. So it's been 30 years since Conley's
Wow.
experienced a
Mm-hmm.
10-0 season, and an outright district championship. And so those are all big things. And as far as our program and community go, but even those guys on that first 2-8 team in 2015, I mean, they're a part of building this thing, and they had to sacrifice just like we as coaches had to sacrifice, and it's just been getting better and better. And I think once you get that standard set and the expectations set, I think the kids respond. And like I said, once you build something, then people want to be here, and people want to be a part of it, and numbers are a big deal. We have, our senior class has really good numbers, and our junior class has unbelievable numbers. And right now, just as a whole program, I mean, we have a lot of kids out for football. And I think the more kids you get out there, the more opportunities you have to find 11 players that can really play. And like I said, we have 4 team goals. That's to make the playoffs, to win a district championship, to practice on Thanksgiving, and to play in December. And we've been able to reach all of those goals the last 2 years, except for playing in December. And so that's kind of what we've been talking about. Why not this year? Why not us right now taking that next step? And so, like I said, it's a belief and it's a culture and it's standards that are set, but it doesn't start with me. It starts with these kids and it starts with this coaching staff.
Coach, he mentioned Jalen mentioned that you lost some D1 prospects, but you got a kid, a Gaither kid on that team that really jumps off the film when you look at the film of Conley. And he's all over the field. Tell us a little bit about this kid on and off the field.
Well, first and foremost, he's a great kid. He'll be a 4-year letterman this year. Played for us as a freshman on the varsity, played corner, and kind of played some wildcat quarterback receiver type deal. And then his sophomore year, we moved him to safety and receiver. And then his junior year, last year, he comes in, he plays safety and quarterback for us, and rushes for 2,000 yards and throws for 1,000 yards. And he had some great weapons around him. And this year he's going to go. He's going to play tailback and try to replace the best running back in the program's history in Javion Sunday. And like I said, I think if anybody can do that and fill those shoes, he's the guy for it. He can play any position on the field. In my opinion, he's the best football player in Central Texas. And I've been telling people that for the last year and a half. And he's a super football player, but he's even a better young man. And that starts with his parents, Kevin and Becky. They've done a great job
Yeah.
raising him, and he's a great leader for us.
Okay, and coach, you're moving a new quarterback into the system this year. Do you think your offense is going to be more or less the same? For the few years I've been around Conley football, it's been kind of run the ball and stop the run. It's been you guys' mo, how to try to move it. Do you think the offense is going to maybe switch up a little bit, or is it going to be still more of the same?
We're going to play good defense. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
I've been a
Yeah.
guy my whole career, and we're going to make sure that we play good defense, and we do that. But offensively, we're going to try to take what people give us. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to throw it. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to run. We're going to try to take what people give us. We've inherited a young man named Tyler Webb. Hired his dad on staff, and him and his brother are in our program. And just once again, great young men. Just couldn't ask for better young men to be around, and they're both really good football players. And and he does throw the ball really well. And we're hoping that he can open some things up and make some people get out of the box, and where we can run it and have fewer people to block. In the past, when you can't throw it real well, you tend to get more people in the box, and you don't have enough to block them. So, we feel good about where we're at and where he's at and where we're at as an offense. But like I said, as far as the run pass, we try to be 50-50 every week, and sometimes we're closer to 70-30, but we're going to do whatever we got to do to win the game.
Coach, we want to thank you so much for giving us some time today and stopping by and talking to us. Want to wish you well. Friday night, big game, Sunnyvale. Well, before we close it out, tell us something about this Sunnyvale team that's coming into Waco.
Well, Coach Settle, John Settle's the head coach there, and he took that program over about 7 years ago, and he does a heck of a job. He's an old school ball coach. He played on that '83 Dangerfield team over in East Texas that didn't give up any points and hardly a whole season, and won a state championship. And so he comes from football. He is football. He's old school. His kids play hard nosed and they play tough. They're going to play with a tight end and a slot or wing, and they're going to run, block down, and kick out, and they're going to run the football and lull you to sleep, and then they try to hit you on the play action, play great defense. And like I said, you're going to see a really, really good football game Friday night, and between two really good teams and two really physical teams, and hopefully we're the ones standing on top at the end of the night.
Thank you so much, Coach, for stopping by. We want to wish you well on Friday night. We know you'll have them ready, and I know the kids are ready to go. And we will see you on Friday night, Coach. Thank you again for stopping by.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of the week. We'll see you on Friday.
Yes, sir.